We start this week with the big meeting at Bathurst on Boxing Night. The feature race was the Group 2 Shirley Turnbull Memorial, and Belinda and Luke McCarthy combined to win the event for a second consecutive year. After For a Reason was successful in 2014, Bling It On won it for the McCarthy stable in 2015 and looks set to be very competitive in Victoria later this month. It was a big night for the McCarthy stable as they combined to win another 2 races.
Bling It On in front, he can't hold it back. It's in front by 6 metres and starting to run away. Kiang Steamer's in second spot. They're battling out the minors behind it, including Beatson, and there on the outside would have been Monafif, and down the extreme outside is Freyberg, but Bling It On the entire. He's 12 metres in front, 15 metres in front, and wins it on his ear. The Shirley Turnbull Memorial for 2015.
Leeton also raced on Boxing Day as the club ran heats of the Breeders' Plate for the 2-year-olds. The spoils were shared amongst the stables that made the trip to Leeton. However, the free-for-all winner, Fiddlers 3, was impressive as he rated 158.8 in winning and won the event for trainer-driver Steve Maguire by nearly 10 metres.
Glenn Bernatti's coming out after him, battling on in the centre then. Was about time. Yokoka's Romans called it a day. They're towards the point of the corner though, and they're homeward bound. And Fiddlers 3's going to straighten up in front. Glenn Bernatti and also out wide Saroya. Fiddlers 3 in front though, halfway down the running. And Fiddlers 3's going to be too good. Fiddlers 3 has beaten Glenn Bernatti, getting third Saroy. Fourth placing then was Usul. They were followed in by Refuse Service.
Another 2 meetings were conducted the following day as Maitland ran heats of the Intercity Pace in the afternoon time slot. Rainsman Brad Elder picked up a double, while the Darren Ray trained Airtime won the first at the price of $110. It was also good to see Kylie Barnes back in the winners list as Girls Go Racing won race 2. Barnes late last year gave birth to her first child and only recently made a return to race driving.
Then followed by Cody Shannon. Forget the others. It's a race in form. Up towards the home corner. 32.1 the third split. Perfect Energy in front on tired legs. Girls Go Racing popped around its heels, and here it comes. 2 lengths away, Yantan Tethro, then Christian Brother. Home corner. Perfect Energy. Followed up on the outside by Girls Go Racing. Well, this is a genius drive, Kay Barnes. Girls Go Racing. Too good for Perfect Energy. 1 3/4. 3 lengths away in third, Christian Brother.
The Leeton meeting was highlighted by doubles to Rainsman Corey Bell and David Moran, while Martel Maguire enjoyed the experience of winning her first race as a trainer-driver as Bo Chisholm recorded a win on debut in Australia. The former Kiwi had won previously in New Zealand but looks set to have a future in Australia after this strong performance.
Further back then came our Golden Jetta and Maid of Teak, but Amachi racing 2 at the moment. Laszlo on the inside, Bo Chisholm on the outside, and overtaking lanes starting to take ground off the pair of them. Bo Chisholm on the outside's got to the leader. Laszlo's waxing back on the inside, overtaking lanes, hurrying home, but Bo Chisholm's too good, and Bo Chisholm beat overtaking lane.
Goulburn's meeting on Monday, December 28 saw the honours split evenly amongst the competitors, but local supporters were cheering loudly when the David Hewitt-trained Miss Nichols returned to something like her best in race 4. The mare has been costly to punters but proved too strong in the run to the line.
The Mighty Shuey will follow it home third quarter, 28.7. Miss Nichols first to see the judge. A length and a half adrift at the moment as Rodney strides, and then came the Mighty Shuey. Rookie error to the outside. The leader is Miss Nichols. Rodney strides is trying hard in second spot, and they're clear of the others. But Miss Nichols, race 5, much too good. And another leader home. Miss Nichols goes home to beat. Second, Rodney strides. Third, the Mighty Shuey. And staying on and coming again, Most Admired got fourth.
There was some racing in Sydney on Tuesday with the Bankstown Club running a competitive card of racing. Trainer Colin McDowell looked to have a strong hand on paper and picked up 2 winners. Paul Sapio drove the first, Cheval Charlie, while Colin was in the sulky when Maximizer won the trot.
And they tell me we'll come to the extreme outside. Maximizer led. Poetic Castle's into the clear at the right time, and Chiara Delight's right down the outside, but Maximizer kicks away. And Maximizer really coming on with the job. And Maximizer will go home and beat Chiara Delight. Attacking the line late for third was They Tell Me.
There were 2 New South Wales meetings on New Year's Eve. Parks hosted its Carnival of Cups meeting, and trainer Steve Turnbull was to the fore again with another training double, while son Nathan drove one of them. Nathan picked up a driving double when he also prepared a horse to win. The meeting's feature race was the Gold Bar for 3-year-olds and was won by Cam Roller for Leeton's Cole Thomas and his son-in-law Steve Maguire as they obliterated their rivals by more than 25 metres.
So they get onto the apex of the bend in the Parks Leagues Club Golden Bar final, and skipping away Cam Roller. Had a nice run first up. It's going to blitz him. He's in front by about 15 metres. He hasn't moved. Second spot Trying Hard, Jumping Jack Jimmy in third spot Summer Money. They're battling out for second. Back into fourth spot is Keep On Going, but Cam Roller, this is impressive. Cam Roller first, close, dead heat for second almost.
Albury was the other venue to farewell 2015, and Victorian reinsman Nathan Jack made the trip north worthwhile as he picked up a double. Hooper Road was expected to win as a raging hot favourite, while Ebbs and Flows produced somewhat of an upset when it won race number 2.
And in behind those, Nothing Else is coming home with enough speed to blouse them into the lane. Sporty Spook still clear. On the outside, our Bullet Boy having a bit of a look now. Sporty Spook is still in front. They're not going to catch this favourite. It's going to be pretty short, but it's going to win. And Sporty Spook got there by 3 metres. Second home, Azuma the Boomer. Bankstown kicked off harness racing in New South Wales for 2016 with an afternoon meeting, and driver Chris Geary welcomed in the new year with a treble. Blake Fitzpatrick also picked up multiple winners in the sulky as he drove the first and last winners at the meeting. However, it was Geary who took the honours, with I'm the Guy providing the talented reinsman with his third winner of the afternoon.
But I'm the Guy through a third split of 29, leads by 4 at the corner. Canandy Illusion holds second, then followed as low as they come, Home on the River and Most Admired, but it's all I'm the Guy. 100 to go. 5-6 in front. Canandy Illusion Home on the River for second and third, but I'm the Guy. It's all the Chris Geary show today. I'm the Guy won it by 5 lengths. Second in Home on the River. Third, Canandy Illusion.
The Breeders' Plate was the feature race at Leeton's Carnival of Cup meeting, and it was regular Victorian visitor Peter Manning who enjoyed success again. Manning made the Breeders' Plate his own in the late 1990s, but returned to win it in 2016 with Easter Jolt. Nathan Jack received the driving honours with a double, despite his horse in the plate being declared a late scratching after it fell during a false start. Here's the concluding stages of this year's Breeders' Plate.
Down after him now was Red Bank Blaze, and further back behind them then came the Loose Star, but Homeward Bound. Easter Jolt for Peter Manning straightened up in front. Red Bank Blaze for Paul Carlefeld on the outside. Easter Jolt, Red Bank Blaze, Easter Jolt. On the outside, Red Bank Blaze, Easter Jolt, I think Easter Jolt, it's tight from Red Bank Blaze. A big break back to the Loose Star.
Maitland's biggest meeting of the year was conducted on Saturday night as a big crowd arrived to watch the 53rd running of the Intercity Pace. Junior reinsman Brad Elder won 2 races on the 10-race card, but the McCarthy stable produced the highlight of the night as Kept Under Wraps raced away and destroyed his rivals in the Intercity Pace. Formerly trained by Mark Purdon, Kept Under Wraps is enjoying the Australian weather.
But McCarthy has said ta-da on the side. Look at this go. It's like a Learjet down the side. It's race 5, 6 in front. Running home resolutely on the outside in a second spot is St. Stormy from a minute back. That third split was 29-2. This is in one race. The rest are going to battle out second through to last because it's all Kept Under Wraps. Look at it go. Down to the wire, and he's barely moved on it. It's won it by 8 lengths. Second home in the race goes to St. Stormy. Another placing for Mex Ferrari. Exterminate got 4th. They were followed by My Cha-Ching, who finished about 5th from Apollo 13.
Temora is the last meeting to look at this week as the club ran a number of heats for its Carnival of Cups meeting later this week. Dennis Picker and Scott Hewitt combined to win 2 races as Smooth Sailor and this horse, Geronimo Bow, proved too strong for its rivals.
The Royal Canvas yielding ground. Mon Moontar Bays on the inside, and further back Amanda J. And the next one was Spirit Chaser. Some Love Somewhere, those going to straighten up narrowly in front. On the outside, Geronimo Bow's trying hard. Some Love Somewhere, Geronimo Bow. Some Love Somewhere just in front. Geronimo Bow now starts to put his head in front. And Geronimo Bow goes away to win. Geronimo Bow first. Second in was Some Love Somewhere. Moontar Bay ran third.